Welcome back. We're reading the Sealed Nectar, a biography of the noble prophet, peace be upon him. It's really interesting so far. We are in this section called The Lineage and Family of Muhammad. Okay, we're on page 98. News of the elephant incident reached the most distant corners of the then civilized world. Abyssinia, Ethiopia maintained strong ties with the Romans, while the Persians, on the other hand, were on the watch with respect to any strategic changes that were looming on the social-political horizon, and soon came to occupy Yemen. You know, we're learning a lot about Yemen's history here. This is like the most I've ever read about Yemen, besides the famine going on there right now. Okay, we have the Romans, the Abyssinians, the Yemenis, the Persians. The elephant incident attracted the world's attention to the sacredness of Allah's house, and showed that his house had been chosen by Allah for its holiness. It followed then, if any of its people claimed prophethood, it would be conforming with the outcome of the elephant incident. And would provide a justifiable explanation for the ulterior divine wisdom that lay behind backing polytheists against Christians in a manner that went beyond the cause and effect formula. Abdul Muttalib had 10 sons. Okay, genealogy here. Al-Harith, Az-Zubair, Abu Talib, Abdullah, Hamza, hey, Abu Lahab, Al-Gihidak, Makwam, Safar, that's a cool name, Safar, and Al-Abbas. Some say that he had 11 sons, adding the name Kathim. Still others say that he had 13 sons, with the additional names Abdul Kaaba and Hajla. They add the Abdul Kaaba is the same as Makwam, and that Hajla is the same as Al-Gidak, and that he did not have a son named Kathim. He also had 6 daughters, who were Umul Hakim, also called Al-Badia, Bara, Atika, Safiya, Arwa, and Umayma. Umayma sounds like Jemima. That's like a southern black name. Okay, the next part is in bold. It says Abdullah, number 3. The father of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be with him, his mother was Fatima. I knew a chick named Fatima. Daughter of Amr bin Aidi bin Imran bin Maksum bin Yakza bin Murrah. Abdullah was the smartest of Abdul Muttalib's sons. Ooh, smartest, okay. The most chaste, and the most loved. He was also the son the divination arrows pointed at to be slaughtered as sacrifice at the Kaaba. Wow, that'd be scary, to be a human sacrifice. When Abdul Muttalib had 10 sons and they reached maturity, he disclosed to them his secret vow, which they silently and obediently accepted. Their names were written on divination arrows and given to the guardian of their most beloved goddess, Hubal. There's a goddess named Hubal. The arrows were, word 99, 100, shuffled and drawn. An arrow showed that it was Abdullah to be sacrificed. Abdul Muttalib then took the boy to the Kaaba with a razor to slaughter. The boy, the Quraysh, his uncles from the Maksum tribe, the Quraysh, Maksum tribe, and his brother Abu Talib, however, tried to advise him against it. He then sought their advice as regards his vow. They suggested that he summon a woman diviner to judge the matter. She ordered that the divination arrows should be drawn again, but including 10 camels and Abdullah. She added that drawing the lot should be repeated with 10 more camels every time the arrow showed Abdullah. The operation was thus repeated until the number of the camels amounted to 100. It's like 100 camels. At this point, the arrow showed the camels. Consequently, they were all slaughtered instead of his son. The slaughtered camels were left for anyone to eat from. Oh, that's good. Human or animal. This incident produced a change in the amount of blood money usually accepted in Arabia. Okay, blood money accepted. Okay, it had been 10 camels, but after this event, it was increased to 100. Whoa, so that set the stage for them to increase it? Islam later on approved of this. It was reported that the Prophet, peace be upon him, once said, "I am the offspring of the slaughtered two," meaning Ishmael, peace with him, and Abdullah. Okay, Abdul Muttalib chose Amina, daughter of Wahb bin Abd Manaf bin Zura bin Kilab, as a wife for his son Abdullah. Okay. She thus, in the light of this ancestral lineage, stood eminent in respect of nobility of position and descent. Her father was the chief of Bani Zahra, to whom great honor was attributed. Wow, that's very cool. They were married in Makkah, and soon... I wonder if people today, do they do that? Do they have weddings there? And soon after, Abdullah was sent by his father to buy dates in Medina, where he died. In another version, Abdullah went to Syria on a trade journey and died in Medina on his way back. He was buried in the house of An-Nabiga al-Jadi. He was 25 years old when he died. Oh, he died young. Most historians state that his death was 2 months before the birth of Muhammad, peace be upon him. Oh, okay. Some others said that his death was 2 or more months after the Prophet's birth. When Amina was informed of her husband's death, she celebrated his memory in a most heart-touching eulogy. Abdullah left very little wealth. He was only 25, so yeah, he's very young. So he probably didn't have enough time to establish a huge estate. 5 camels, a small number of goats, a she-servant called Baraka Ayman, who would later serve as the Prophet's nursemaid. Oh, look. She was a she-servant called Baraka Ayman, who would later serve as the nursing woman. Thank goodness some women are able to do that. Otherwise, a lot of babies would have died back then. Okay, in the next section it says, Muhammad's birth and 40 years prior to prophethood. His birth. We're on page 103. Muhammad, peace be with him, the master of prophets. Oh, that's a new way of phrasing it that I haven't heard yet. Master of prophets. Was born in Bani Hashim section of Makkah. Okay. On Monday morning, the 9th of Rubiul Awal, the same year of the elephant incident, and 40 years into the reign of Kisra. Okay, so in parentheses it says Khosru Nushirwan, i.e. the 20th or 22nd of April, 571 CE, according to the scholar Muhammad Sulaiman al-Mansuri and the astronomer Mahmud Pasha. Cool, we haven't heard of them yet. It says, Ibn Said reported that Muhammad's mother said, when he was born, there was a light that issued out of my pendendum and lit the palaces of Syria. Ahmad and Ad-Darimi reported something similar to this. It was reported that significant signs accompanied his birth. So, significant signs accompanying a birth. 14 balconies of Kisra's palace collapsed. Wow. The Magian's sacred fire went out and some churches on Lake Sawa sank down and collapsed. This was recorded by At-Tabari, Al-Bayhaqi, and others, but none of the chains of narration are confirmed. It's interesting. His mother immediately sent someone to inform his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, of the happy event. Happily he came to her, carried him to the Kaaba. Oh, he carried him to the Kaaba, prayed to Allah, and thanked him. Abdul Muttalib called the baby Muhammad, a name not then common among the Arabs. He circumcised him on his 7th day, as was the custom of the Arabs. I didn't know that for a while. I thought that would be like not all common, but since it's Old Testament, then yeah, it would be. The first woman who suckled him after his mother was Thuwaba, the freed slave of Abu Lahab, with her son Masru. That's a cool name. She had suckled Hamza bin Abdul Muttalib before, and later Abu Salama bin Abdul Asad al-Maksumi. Oh, so she helped out nursing a lot of different kids. That's good. That's good. Healthy. Wow, we learned a lot. Very cool, family. The next section will be on childhood.